Hello everyone, welcome back to Susa Plays. It's time for another round of GeoGuessr. Let's start a challenge. We have done well lately, not last time, but still, let's hope last time was the exception and not the good rounds before it. I'll copy this seed. You can find it in the video description, hopefully, unless I mess up. And if you want to do the challenge, you should do so before you watch the video. And if you don't care about that, or if you've already done it and come back, then let's go. Let's start. We are on a road, usually, and we see trees, we see some fields, power lines, and let's follow the power lines. We're going to the west, northwest. That sign looked a bit strange. Nothing I recognize. Didn't look North American. We see La Chenerie. La Chenerie. That sounds French to me, even though I didn't pronounce it that way. It could be in France. I don't think we've been in France. Right? Big field of something. We all know that some things always grow in France. Some stone houses here. Could be French. I'm just using everything I see to reinforce my guess until I see something that completely throws it out the window, at which point I forget about it. And John Deere, green and yellow farming equipment. We saw that when we were in South Africa, but these guys drive on the right side. They actually drive on the right side of the road, not on the road, but on the right side of the road. Well, they have to. Even the Google truck has to, because big things are driving past. But at least they're driving on the right. So let's see if we can find a road big enough for us to find on the map, or some signs. Here we go, yes. This up here, which we can't really read, but it says D75, is the typical French road markings. And there's a bike is, what do you call it? Route where you ride your bike. And there's a lot of things marked on it, which is good. So we are in France. We're close to Melac and Lanhelin and Cobac Park, which I don't know what it is really. So let's put this in France. D75. Now the D roads are the smaller roads. See, the large ones are the A roads. But if you zoom in far enough, you will see that all these have a D something marking. And I'm not sure, but I think if you find the right number, it doesn't actually mean that you've found the right road, because I think they can repeat in different parts of France. But at least you can try 72, 73, 71. We want to find the 75, and we can't really do that. 69, 71. You'd think the 75 was close by here. I'm doing what I just told you couldn't do, trying to find the road number. But let's just put the marker in this region of France. It's in the center anyway. See, if I zoom in over here, we will find D26, still like the same road numbers we found before. 76, that's like also close to 75. So I think in different parts of France they might have a 75 on several of them. Now, can I see anything on here that is a city or something I remember or recognize rather? Les Tétrés, Chanel, Pontin, Villain, Saguenay, Jardin, La Ville U. Le gare, le fruitier. Vous êtes ici. That means you are here. So if I click here, we should get a high score. Didn't work. Okay, let's go towards. We could look for Melak and Lanhelin, but they don't sound very big. But who's to say? They're not big enough to show up on this size anyway. I don't think they will be big enough to show up on this zooming. Lanhelin. Nope, it's over. We were up here in what do you call this area? Bretagne? I don't know my French geography. There's the D75. And if we zoom in like this far, we can see Pleginec. Was that one of the signs? It was, right? Or we have to zoom even further. No, we were up here. So we saw Pleginec and Melak. So we drove up here, saw a sign pointing this way and this way. And this was D75. So if we'd continued a little bit up here, we might have found the road called N176 and perhaps a sign that said Rennes to the south. And at that point I would have found it. So, but 3,900, got the country right. That's okay. Number 2, I see trees and a big road. There's 3 lanes instead of 2. I also see a sign, and I see Cyrillic and Latin alphabet. Here we go, we're in Russia, and as I said, they usually have signs that point to cities very far away. Luckily, the M10 and E105 leads to Moscow, or Moscow. Moskva. We can see Moskva, the Cyrillic lettering. It fits with the map. So let's find the M10 or E105. There's the E105. So this one goes towards Moskva. We don't know how far. But if we can find Bologoy, we have to look for the Cyrillic somewhere. Then we will know. E105, where's the M10 then? Is this the same as the M10? No, it's the M2. Why would it say M10 if the E105 is Belgorod, which I thought was Belgrade one time? You remember that? Oh, that was so much fun. I thought we were in Serbia, and then I thought we were in Russia, and then I settled for the Ukraine in between. Good times. M2. Why the M10 then, if E105 is the one leading to Moskva? Because we're heading south, not north. I'm stupid. Okay, let's find the E105 north of Moskva. Is this the A10 maybe? Well, maybe not. So then we would look for Bologoy on this side of the road somewhere. Borovici. Borogoy. There! Borogoy. B-O-P-O angle O-E. That's correct. So this side road is off to Bologoy, which could be this road. Kushenkino. That was what we saw on this sign, right? Kushenkino. So we have to be like right here. That's to start because we went up a little bit. Wow, 4,998 points. We were a little bit further away. I always underestimate the distance we've already driven. But 4,998, not bad for being in Russia, because they have road signs, while America does not have any road signs. Restaurante. Well, here's, if you saw the last episode, where we were driving, according to the map, we were driving on like a land strip like this, but we didn't see any water. Here we have water. And we're on the end of a road, we can only go this way. Vote Sirto Paraiba, number 11. Is that a soccer player? Some graffiti. We have not an American flag, it was a piece of roof tiling. Ruado Correo Ventese. Well, we were close to like a river or the ocean. Seems like a beach. I would say we're in Mexico, maybe? Commercial. Sabrina Posto de Moto. Ice cream. Is this like a tourist area? Vendemos casas novas dos. I don't see any Portuguese C. So let's go on this way. Small mobile supermoto. Leomar Pescados. They take Visa, but so does many places. Diana Fashion. Latest fashion, don't wear anything at all. There's the Portuguese C though. Pecas e Accessorios. johnhouse.net. Vote Chapa, number 2. Okay. The election's coming up. They number all the candidates. Oh, wait. The Brazilian flag. So, we are in Brazil. And I would guess we're close to the ocean. Because we started at the beach. Alright, so what part of Brazil are we in? Pescador. They have a vote for something. If we could catch up to that bus, we could perhaps know a little bit. So, more cars, more shops. I'm not going to stop and look in every shop because I don't think I'll find out more than that we're in Brazil. From them. Alright, here we're getting into some well-kept areas by comparison. We have Arban and Paraiba. Paraiba, is that a city? It looks like a pretty well-populated area. There are lots and lots of houses. Little park here. This seems to be another busy street, Brazil. Can we instead go in this direction? Well, this doesn't look any bigger. Let's continue here then. Yeah, there's a lot of people moving around. Essa wow, essa iten, wow, iten. Vote for number 10. That sounds wow. Genesis Moda, there's a C again. Well, we already know we're in Brazil, so the Coca-Cola people are, well, they're slacking on the job, apparently. There's a big Coca-Cola storage warehouse. Alright. What city are we in? Oh, time's almost up. So I have to go with wherever I put the marker. Nope, we were in São Luís. Right up north of São Luís at Avenue Principal. Right up here in Raposa. São Luís was the city we would have headed towards. Oh well. Well, you know who to vote for at least. But 2,400 points is not going to get us very high scores in the end. But okay for now. Alright, leaves on trees. No center marking. Going straight, very straight east. So it might be one of those road grid types of places. American flag. That's good. And the fact that we're in America is a bit scary because I can't really find where in America we would be. Well, we have the road grid going straight. The road is very straight, except for going up and down hills. And this is, of course, the east direction. Don't care about the hills, we just build our roads super straight. Here we have a horse, a sign that looks like a horse. Crowland Farm, I think. Very well, lots of open area. Let's continue east. We have some signs here that says end. The end is nigh. Rustic Road. Road 36. Brown signs with yellow text. What state would that be? Well, we have to check all of them, right? Not Ohio. Not Pennsylvania. Well, I didn't really see any roads there. And, you know, I already grew tired of this. What about Georgia? I seem to remember having brown road signs when I was in Florida, maybe. Nope. Well, 3.6 miles that way. It's the rustic road. So let's go this way and hope we get somewhere. We did. We got to, this was 45th Street, and, well, apparently bad camera at one point. Weight limit class B. I don't know, I've gained some weight lately, maybe I might be at class C by now. Alright, this road is not straight. What is this? It's an affront to all we stand for here. There's the bad camera making a guest appearance. And right, what does this say? Camp Dakota. Three Harbors Council, Boy Scouts of America. Now, if they name it Dakota, wouldn't we be in like North Dakota or South Dakota? This could be Dakota. I mean, the Boy Scout could be trolling us and we could be in like some other part. I wouldn't have guessed up here in the north. But look, can we see any brown road signs? Well, they have their numbers here in North Dakota. I'm going to put the marker in North Dakota. In South Dakota, do you have brown roads designations? No. Perhaps that's just a local sign, or perhaps the Google's map doesn't have the same. Oh well, let's go north, straight north, and find the bad camera again. And then the good camera. Alright, what does this say? Racine County. Racine. Rugby. Racine. It sounds familiar to me, but I don't know which Dakota we're in. This is not ideal, but here's ideal. Rosebud. Wounded Knee. Bury me at Wounded Knee. We were not in Dakota. We were in Wisconsin. But the Wisconsin Boy Scouts had a laugh at our expense and called their camp Dakota, even though we were not in Dakota. Well, never trust the Boy Scouts. That's what we learned today. That's what I'm gonna name the episode. And we got 2,500 points still, because at least they named it after a state that wasn't more than 2 states away. But fine. Let's go on to the next round. Now here we have the fir, right? This is the fir. Or is this the pine? No, this is fir. We see Tenala, Bromarv, Vetlax. Now, they sound vaguely Finnish, but also not. This doesn't quite look like the Finnish road designations. Again, I'm tempted to check out Estonia. Is there a Tenala or Tenhola easily found in here? Tenala, Tenhola. Again, I'm going for the one that's furthest away, because the further away it is, the larger it is, probably, because else why would you put it on the sign if this was smaller than this, for instance? And the larger they are, the easier they would be to find on the map, usually. Well, I can't find any of them, so it doesn't really matter. It might be here then, Tenala. Now I don't know that name. And the Vetlax does not sound Finnish at all. It's not Swedish though. This is not a Swedish road sign. And it's not Norwegian and it's not Danish. But Vetlax. Guess we could be in the northern part of Finland. Tenala. Well, it's not big enough to find. Let's see. Oops, there was a road sign. I'm too zoomed in to miss an important thing like that. Let's go back a bit. There it is. It's road number classified 1081 blue. Well, oops, I didn't mean to click there. That is the Finnish road sign after all. 1000. I think they started 1000 in the south, yes. So we're actually in the south of Finland then. South part of Finland. 1001. Okay, so let's start here. 1081 would be somewhere in Finland. There's Helsinki. capital, for those of you who didn't know. Well, it seemed to be like in this region. If it's Finland, there's the 2000, 1081. Let's just look at Estonia. Yeah, they have yellow road signs, so we're definitely in Finland. But where? In this part, they had yellow road signs as well. 4,700. Now I'm getting worried again. I have to check Estonia one more time. White is there. Smaller roads. Well, we've wasted all the time, so now let's panic. Everybody panic. Click as fast as you can. While still allowing the... What? But I was just here. No, it's not the same. Tenala, we got closer to Tenala. Orvlax. We have water. That doesn't really help, because Finland is like 50% water. $2,300, 1,000, 1,031. Wasn't that it? Forby. Yeah, we weren't that far away. There's the 1,081. That was it. It was right there. I was looking now over here. There's Bromarv, Padva, and we were heading to Tenala, which wasn't big, really big. It was this size. I was looking over at like this. We're looking at this size, but Tenala, you had to go 2 more to find it. But still, by using the road numbers and the fact that they're pretty organized, we managed to find 4,900 points. Good enough. We got a total of 18,890. Not too bad, even though we messed up both in Brazil and in North America. We got a little lucky with the Russian one. The French one was not so good, but decent. And well, Finland, of course, not that difficult. But still, United States, I can't really get my head around it. Always cost us a lot of points. Well, it cost me a lot of points. I don't know how you did. If you did better, perhaps you got this one easily. You've been a Boy Scout before. But I haven't, so I settled for 18,890. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you come back and watch more. And goodbye for now.